There are several websites you can go to with more information.
Oh, no. I just interested to see what your opinion is, and if I'm wasting your time, I'll
No,
go.
no, ma'am. I'm loving this conversation.
Okay, it's just that no. Listen, I've got my own life. I got my own issues. No, actually, I read Jewish mysticism all the time, so I deal with the issues that this place brings up and the Kabbalah brings up, and it's much more interesting. I mean, I deal with like real mysticism. You see, Scientology makes a lot of promises that are irresistible. These people can't afford medication. They think they're going to get free medical support, just like an AA group. I mean, so if you're depressed, you go to this place and you're not going to need any medication because they can't afford, it's a healthcare issue if you want my opinion. They go there because it's free healthcare. It's a free support group, and they get to feel like they belong. So,
furniture 80 hours a week.
Well, they don't know that when they first belong.
Right. They get scammed.
No, they get.
And isn't that unethical?
Car dealer scam, financial institution scam,
and they don't hide behind
banking institution scam.
And are they brought to justice when they do that?
The banking institutions haven't been done yet. I mean, capitalism.
Should they be brought to justice?
Well,
yes or no,
capitalism. Now, you know the reason they haven't put a lot of the bankers in jail is because it was considered normal and proper behavior at the time. This is capitalism.
Does that make it right?
No, it's fraud.
You're just going to lay down furniture and gain 50 pounds in like 3 months. I was like, oh no, this is...
I don't know how you can pick one cause over another. I don't know how you can say one is worse than the other. I mean, there's a gazillion causes.
Sure, and everyone has their own cause. But why are you taking issue with us as this being our cause? Is it wrong for us to take this up as our cause?
I just find it odd with the masks and all that. If you're trying to unmask
I was explaining to you before why we wear masks.
Okay, which is?
I asked you about the fair game policy.
And I said I didn't understand. Okay, well go ahead and explain that, then I can disappear.
The fair game policy was started by L. Ron Hubbard, the founder, to attack critics, to suppress them into silence.
Okay.
The exact wording was to the effect, a critic of the church can be lied to, tricked, cheated, or destroyed.
Okay.
Which is exactly what they've done. They've harassed people at their homes, poisoned their pets.
Right.
They've intimidated juries.
I have a stalker. I mean, I've had a stalker 5 years. I can't do anything about it. So I'm familiar with these tactics, yes.
Yes. So we're protecting our identities.
From them?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, there you go.
Because they hire private eyes to tail people. People have been followed to their cars.
Right. No, I understand that. No, I understand that part. So that's why you're protecting your identity, not from me, but from them. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. See, I just gave them my $80 and bought their books and then threw them away. So I got away pretty easily.
Well, you lost $80 though, didn't you?
I considered an $80 investment in freedom.
Okay. But some people have put much more money into that and their lives, and had their lives ruined in the process.
All right. Well, no, that I understand. But they can still trace you once you get into your car and they get your license. So I don't understand.
Well, they'd have to follow us. I mean, we're taking precautions.
Body samples?
I mean, there are some protesters who do show their faces, like Ace. He got arrested back in June. He's never worn a mask once.
I just want to know about the mask because it's Halloween. You're talking about cults.
We wear this year-round. We're here every month.
Oh, okay. And it's Halloween, and I can hardly wait to go to the pumpkin patch. So really, you could also say you guys are just all dressed up for Halloween and looking for candy.
No.
But I'm just being a little sarcastic. Sorry, it's just the way my mind goes. Okay. Well, listen, I belong to the NARAL organization, and I'm, obsessed with that group, and done that for 20 years. So I'm just saying, it was just interesting why.
I'm just curious. Are you correlating us with the abortion protesters then? Because
abortion protesters.
Well, you just said you're a member of NARAL.
No, because the NARAL group protests pro-life. No, and you're not harassing the people as they actually walk in. So you'd have to be on the other side to harass them.
I just wanted to be clear if that was why you were.
No, my goodness.
Okay.
Very suspicious nature.
No, ma'am, you can ask by what municipality I live in.
Yeah, which one?
I'm curious.
Okay, you can't say no. So
I could say I don't see how it is.
Okay, because this is such a U City place. I mean, it's sort of, to me, that's one of the reasons that makes U City so cool. That it can be here, and most U City residents don't care, I would say.
That's not what I've heard. I've had many people, including members of the synagogue, say.
No, you have to understand why they would be concerned. It's just that the synagogues I belong to are down the street, so it's a quiet place. Hopefully it pays its taxes here and all that. Okay, well anyway, no, I just was curious. Let me ask you, do you have any personal experience with Scientology that made this, I mean as a pro-choice, it's pretty easy why I would agree with that, is because I'm a woman who's known people who had to face abortion. So my question is, how did you pick this as your big thing to get all brouhaha about? I mean, do you have personal experience? Do you channel people? That's my question.
Well, I've known about Scientology for several years. Since my interest was originally with the Time Magazine article, which was over 10 years ago. But it was a expose on Scientology.
Okay.
And Scientology retaliated by suing Time Magazine, which cost them millions of dollars.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's been at the back of my mind for a while. But then most recently with the Tom Cruise video from last year.
Tom Cruise. Now this isn't John Travolta. This
No,
is
Tom Cruise.
I know Tom Cruise was what, criticizing Brooke Shields, or you're talking about something more recently?
It was around that time.
Okay.
An internal Scientology video got onto the internet.
Okay.
And they immediately took it down, claiming copyright.
Okay.
Which is just part and parcel of their suppression of free speech.
Right.
And that's how these protests started. And that's why when I started coming.
Oh, okay. So it's sort of motivated by movie stars? I'm just asking. I'm not.
That was the catalyst for this, but there's been opposition to Scientology's crimes for years.
Yes,
People have been
of course.
intimidated to protest it.
You want me to tell you how Crowley feels about it? You talk about somebody who's really pissed. I mean, Crowley's burning in hell, okay? And he's done all these hellish things.
Crowley's burning in hell?
Well, yeah, I work with people who burn in hell.
So you'd ask him about Scientology?
Yes, I can tell you if you'd like.
Yeah,
I would think that would be a lot more interesting than talking about this. Okay, so you have Crowley.
No, come on, tell me.
Okay, so you have Crowley who's burning in hell. So I work with people who's burning in hell. I work with evil spirits, which is, I don't recommend that to anybody. I mean, that's just way too scary. But I've got the expertise, and if I brag about it, you wouldn't believe me, so I've got to wait till it comes out in the newspapers, okay? You can see why people think I'm crazy, okay? So Crowley's burning in hell, and yet this guy who's burning in hell...
L. Ron Hubbard's burning in hell?
Well, of course he is! What, don't you believe in heaven and hell or not?
I personally don't.
Okay, so that's why you're here.
No,
I believe in heaven and hell.
No, ma'am, that's not why I'm here.
No.
For the third time, ma'am, I'm not protesting their beliefs.
Okay.
We do have people with different beliefs.
But to answer your question about why am I not doing anything is because I believe in God. I do believe the system works, and that, you know, I know people who are burning in hell. I know the people who are going to be burning in hell.
Do you believe they're going to get theirs eventually?
Well, I'm just trying to say there are people who are being helped. I mean, if they can't afford health care, okay, if you can't afford health care, and these people make you feel better, it's a net gain for those losers who don't have any money, and they're not going to make Scientology work any better. Yes, I do believe everything's in God's hands. It's just the ironic part of it is, so Crowley was this, you know, this brilliant, demented person, and Hubbard was one of his whatever you want to say. And here's Hubbard, who's this, you know, sort of run-of-the-mill science fiction writer. Now, Hubbard's burning in hell, too, but the point is that these things, Scientology is still around. This sort of way, that's sort of the way where Crowley still has to burn in hell and see it. Do you get it where I'm coming from? The very fact that it exists after all these years, and most people don't even know who Crowley is unless they're studying that specifically. He's out of the general circulation. I mean, you got to be in your little, you know, search. Then Scientology is right here in everybody's face. That's where the irony is for me. It's funny.
Okay, well, you're welcome to find it funny.
Okay. You don't find do you find it ironic?
What, that?
Well, I mean, because Crowley, you know, what is it, the Golden Bough, I forget what it is. They had their own Golden Dawn group,
right.
They had their own hierarchy, but somehow Scientology was the one that made it to America and is still around and thriving. I mean, you wouldn't be protesting here.
Not thriving.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, but you have to admit, you wouldn't be here unless it was a legitimate mainstream.
Legitimate?
Well, it's in the...
No, if it was legitimate, we wouldn't be here, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Well, a lot of things aren't legitimate, but they're talked about...
If it was legitimate, we would not be protesting it.
Well, I mean, prostitution's legitimate in that it exists. It's not something in someone's mind. I mean, anyway, all right, okay. At least you explained where you were coming from. All right. I will let you go in peace. I found it very interesting.
Oh, you don't have to go.
I mean, because clearly you're spending time here. You're investing.
Yes. This takes commitment. We've been doing this for over a year.
All right. Well, I guess they just switched my bank. My other bank closed, so I had to come out.
So you thought you'd come yell at us?
Yell at you? I thought we were having a discussion.
I'm kidding.
Am I talking too loud? It's a hearing problem.
No, I find you very pleasant.
I always shout when there's lots of
No, I'm kidding, ma'am. You're more than welcome here.
All right, well, anyway, I'm sorry that I find it humorous. It's just that
you're welcome to find it humorous.
I'm talking to this cat lady who's, you know, attractive with pink, and I'm talking to Mass Bandit. That if I actually saw you, if I saw you If I saw you walking down the street, I'd be walking on the other side of the street. I'd be more afraid of you than just about anyone else I'd see in New City. I'm just being honest, the way you look. But that's, you're protecting yourself.
There's nothing to fear from me.
My sister actually wears a mask. A camouflage, listen, she's 40 years old and she wears a mask all the time to protect her skin, a camouflage mask, but it makes her look like she's a bomber, so she's always being pulled over by police.
So if you didn't see me with my mask, you probably asked for my number.
Oh my God, okay, thank you. On that note, I'm leaving.
Fireman?
Save it for someone who needs it. Bye.
Mr. Crowley, what's been done in your head?